What's up, and War Eagle War Report family? Your guy Ike Jones. We are here. It is Friday, so y'all know that means it's time for Facts or Nah. We got some questions from Twitter. We're gonna be taking your questions live right here. Y'all know how we do right here, War Report style. Let's get into this Facts or Nah Friday, baby. Drop it on them.
You are now listening to the War Report. Drop.
War Report morning drop. Facts or Not Friday. Ike Jones right here with y'all getting into this. Got some questions submitted on Twitter. We're going to get into the Twitter questions first. I need to be doing the necessary to get some more people involved in what we got going on. And that is, as always, going out there and sharing the video with somebody else at the War Report. I know some of y'all are probably still over there watching the fireside from this morning. But I appreciate those that took a little break from the fireside, or if you finished watching it, jumping over here. But make sure you add us at the War Report when you share the video, get some more folks involved in the conversation. Go ahead and like the video while you're in here. Give us that thumbs up. Definitely appreciate that. Helps with our engagement. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're going to get into this and start talking about the facts and not questions that we had from Twitter first. So go ahead and drop your facts or not here in the live chat, and I will get to those in just a minute. But I'm going to start with the top five. Well, the ones that I chose is the top five from Twitter before we get into the questions here from the live chat. So we're going to start top five right here. See what we got. Fan question Friday. Fam question Friday, facts and all style. We'll get it kicked off on Twitter at Mr_Aaron_Jordan said, facts or not, Auburn has 0 turnovers on offense against UMass. I am going to say, facts on this, just because I think ball security is going to be something that has been emphasized. It doesn't appear that it's going to be a sloppy weather day, and I think Peyton Thorne is going to take care of the ball. Whoever comes in backup duty, I feel like they're going to do a good job. I think there's going to be some negative plays, but I'm hoping for no turnovers. I think they've been emphasizing that during the offseason, been hearing them talk about how well they've been taking care of the football during that. I'm going to go with facts, 0 turnovers. Don't let me down, Tigers. 0 turnovers in this game. We're going to go facts with that one. It's a good question there. Next one from Twitter was from at Mama Jack 1, who says, facts or not, Auburn scores 56 points. Ooh, 56 feels like a big number to put up. Not impossible to accomplish. After going back and watching a little bit more of that film from UMass versus New Mexico State, I am confident that we have some opportunities to go out there and move the ball. I just don't know that with the way that the clock is progressing right now, with it not stopping on first downs, and how much I feel like we're going to be leaning on the run game in this one, which is also going to be impacting the clock. I don't know that Auburn gets to 56 points unless we score a defensive or special teams touchdown in the mix. I do think that it's possible we're going to get into the high 30s, low 40s in this game. Just because I'm confident, again, in our ability to control the trenches on offense and run the football. I think 56 is a little high for me, so I'm going to go nah on that one. But I'd love to see it. I'd love them to put up a 50 spot in the game one, just to show the offense out there flexing a little muscle. Next one from Twitter, we are going to holla at Steve_boy95, who says Auburn runs for 400 plus yards on Saturday. Facts or nah? 400 yards rushing on Saturday. Oh, gonna go nah on this one. Gonna go nah. I think maybe 300 is a good number. I don't know that we get to 400 on this one. I'm going to say nah on the 400 yards for this one. Don't think that that's going to happen. I like our chances of being able to run the ball a lot. Again, a lot of these big numbers that we see being put up by offenses of late, the clock definitely helps those situations to be able to get more reps in. I also think that if we're doing what we need to do, we're going to go to our second team, and who knows what that's going to look like. And it's a question for me as to whether or not Auburn's second team is going to still be going up against UMass's first team. Not that we shouldn't still be able to do what we need to do with our second team, but it may not look as coherent and it may not look as smooth with a second team in there. Uh, but we'll see. But 400 feels like a lot for me, especially considering I don't know how much Robbie Ashford is going to play. If Robbie was playing a little bit, I could see him breaking off, 50, 60-yard run on a QB keeper to help bolster that number a little bit more. He may play a little bit. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Robbie Ashford this Saturday on tomorrow, but I'm going to go nah for right now. Next one here, we have at CWeb_444 who says hashtag facts or nah. The defense comes up with 3 or more sacks. I'm going big facts on this one. I think we put pressure on this young man. Tyson Pumachan is not going to enjoy his Saturday evening in Jordan-Hare. I think we're going to get to him 3 or more times during this game. I looked at, again, the film on what was happening with that offensive line. I don't love what they were doing in pass protection. Some of the stuff that they were running for him, it was requiring him to hold the ball a little bit longer. If we can try to make him think a little bit more on some of those RPO slant routes that he was able to connect on and not give him kind of the easy now looks that he wants to go to with the quick game stuff, we can take some of that stuff away and make him hold the ball a little bit longer. I do believe that our pass rush is going to get there. And I actually think that a lot of this is going to have to do with whether or not we're putting him in 3rd and long scenarios. So the run defense is going to be something that's going to help or hurt our ability to do this most consistently. But I do think that we will get at least 3 sacks, if not more, this Saturday. Love what we're doing from the jack position. Gonna go facts on this one. All right. Next up, we have at Riley8219 who says, facts or nah, Robbie takes 0 snaps. I'm going to say nah on this. I'm going to say nah. I think Robbie is going to come in the game. Now, how often he's going to play, I don't know the answer to that. To me, the question would be different for me as to whether or not Robbie takes second team quarterback snaps. I do think that they're going to still run Robbie on some of the packages that they have designed for him just to be able to work on those in game and show some stuff with that. But I think for the health of Robbie Ashford, they may play Holden Geriner as the second quarterback to come in and actually just run the offense in that way so that he doesn't have to take some of those shots as, sit back there in the pocket and all that sort of thing. Though him running the ball is going to expose his body, I do think that they'll do it a few times just to let him test it out. And but yeah, after he takes a couple of shots with an oblique injury, I don't know that they're going to want to keep him in there. So I don't think he takes 0 snaps, but I don't know if that number exceeds 10. If he takes more than 10 snaps, I'd be surprised just again, unless his oblique is feeling way better than it was earlier this week. He was having to sit out some practices last week. So thankfully, he's had an opportunity to rest. And I do think he is good to play. I just don't know how much he's going to play. And they may try to hold him out a little bit to try to preserve that some. All right. That's all that I pulled from Twitter. Again, I'm just going with the top 5 from Twitter. We're going to get into the questions from the live chat here. You guys are watching Facts or Nah, as always, sponsored by Rogue Shop. Make sure you head over to rogueshop.com and use code RAPPORT when you head over there to get a little something off of your purchase. Rogue Shop is America's #1 online dispensary. You can go there for sleep aids, something for stress, anxiety, pain relief. All of those are available there for you at Rogue Shop. Head over to rogueshop.com, use code RAPPORT. We're going to head over to the comment section, though. And joining me live now is my guy, B. Will, to come in and answer your facts or not questions here on Fam Question Friday. We're going to get over into the questions you all have been posing for us, facts or not style. Let's get into this. B. Will, how you feeling this morning?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. Was out there trying to get some coffee, man. The shop was closed up, man. I was like, what's going on? But it doesn't matter. I don't need to pick me up. When it's game week 1, it's time.
It is definitely time. Tomorrow, all the talking is done, even though we're going to talk some more tomorrow morning.
We will.
But All the talking is done. It's time to get to the brass tacks of it. Hopefully, you all are. I know I don't want to say hopefully. Y'all are definitely as fired up as we are. Anyway, let's get into these live questions here. We're going to kick it off with Cameron Carr, who says, facts or not, Auburn gets a pick 6. We will. What you feel?
Ooh. Based on what I saw from the guy throwing at UMass, I mean, yeah, we've got the athletes in the coverage to be able to pick anybody off, and UMass doesn't have the athletes to catch us. If we get a hold of that ball, all of our DBs are stupid fast. Sure, facts. Let's get a pick 6. Let's do it.
I actually think I'm going to go facts on this one as well. We're definitely going to get an interception. The reason why I think it's possible in this game is because from what I saw from him, Tyson Pumachan, that is, he is more of a, like they're going to throw some quick game stuff. But I feel like if you take away that first option and he gets to his second option late, he might put one up for grabs. And because of that, and because they are running some quick game stuff, if we can make his picture look a little different than what he expects, he may throw into something quickly, and we just step right in and take one to the house. So I'm going to go facts on this one as well. Not super confident in that facts, but I'm still going to say facts. We're going to do it just because I believe in our guys.
All right.
Next, we have Drake Barefoot jumping in, who says facts or nah, Batty, excuse me, returns a kick for a touchdown.
I mean, of course he can do it. Can he do it against UMass? If he's going to do it against anybody but UMass. Yeah. Facts again. All good stuff happening this weekend for Auburn. Facts.
Yeah. I'm gonna go nah on this one. I don't think he's gonna do it this game.
Boo,
I just don't think they're gonna kick it to him, man. I just don't think they're gonna kick it to him. I think they're gonna kick it to somebody else. I don't see him getting the opportunity in this first. I don't think UMass is going to try it the first game of the season to be like, I mean, I know he did it last year, but he ain't gonna do it this year. Like, I just don't. I'm putting confidence in the fact that their head coach has enough intelligence to say kick it away from that young man. So I'm gonna go nah.
All right, we'll see.
Dana Jones says facts or not, Auburn will. Oh, this is a good one to have B Will on. Auburn will cover the spread.
Last I checked, it was 35. Of course, we have the athletes to beat this team into oblivion. Okay. Situationally, you brought up something important just a minute ago. Is Robbie Ashford going to play? That's important. The reason that's important is because I think we probably have a quickest strike offense if he is going to play. But do you expose him with an oblique strain? Like, do you expose him to contact or even being out there throwing it and exposing your sides? Like, that's exposure that he doesn't have to undergo to beat this team. So do you put him at risk? I don't know. And the reason I'm thinking Robbie is because I think Peyton Thorne, it will be about him operating. Operating might mean a big play is available. It might mean it's not. It might mean we just work our way down the field and grind the clock. I have a hard time believing we won't. Let's just say that. That's not my pick. If I had to pick, I'm not picking this game. That's if I absolutely have to pick, gun to my head, then I'm going to pass away because I'm not picking a spread on a one game when the team that we have has changed dramatically, and all I saw was UMass play a terrible New Mexico State team. I don't know enough about us to make that pick. I probably pick us though because I'm jacked up today, man. Let's go. Everything good happening for Auburn. Yeah, we're gonna cover the spread, but don't make that pick. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go nah on this one. I don't think we cover the spread in the game. 35 is a big number. If we cover the spread, that means, in my opinion, we held them to under 17.
10 or less. 10 or less we cover.
Yeah, I mean, if 10 or less, we definitely cover because I do think we're going to score more than 30. But yeah, I mean, we're going to have to put up 40-something points in order to cover the spread. And I just said I don't know that we're going to actually do that. So I'm going to go nah on the spread situation. Prove me wrong, guys. Prove me wrong. AU Alum 94 says facts or not, last night's UF game, AU after last night's UF game, AU will pick up at least one Florida commit.
That's just one game, man. They got a whole season to turn around. They got SEC play to do something significant to keep Billy around. Now, are they going to do it? One thing we have to remember, they've already got their generational quarterback in the bag for 2024. So at least there's some sunshine on the horizon for Florida. You're not going to can a coach and therefore the entire staff, and you really sever ties with the recruits that you have when you eliminate the staff and the coach. They don't want to do that yet. They got time. All right. They got time to recover. Go 7-5. Go 7-5, Florida, and keep your coach. Get this all-star class in, well, which I think is right now 3rd or 4th in the nation.
3rd. I think they're number 3 in the nation. Yeah.
He's got insurance because he's been recruiting. He's going to stay. We are not going to get their recruits. They're going to bring all those guys in. Now, if he gets fired, hey, man, listen. Okay. If he gets fired, okay. But nah, I don't think it's going to happen. I think Billy's going to do just enough to stick around, get that class in, and buy himself a couple more years.
Okay. I am going to say nah on this as well. I don't think that the guys who they have. Well, I'll put a caveat on this. I haven't looked at their class to see if there were guys that we were in contention for that felt like they might have been a little shaky, right? Like if this was Florida State, for instance, I would feel a little differently because there are guys who I know we were close to being able to nab and they chose Florida State. With Florida, I don't know enough about who's in their recruiting class to say, oh, there's a guy who Auburn was a narrow miss at number 2 on. And we haven't played a game yet, right? Like if we go out there and we show, because Florida's offense it was rough. It looked rough on offense. And so if you're an offensive commit, then maybe you're side-eyeing like, okay, who y'all got playing quarterback next year? Because that guy ain't the one. And the backups, you didn't feel comfortable enough going to any of them. Jack Miller apparently was hurt, and the other guy is a freshman. So they got to figure out the quarterback position. So if there's a skill position guy who's out there, if you're an offensive lineman, you're definitely being like, oh, I'm going there. They don't have nobody at the O-line position to be able to keep me off the field. But if you're a skill position guy, you're like, man, who's getting me the ball? Because this ain't it.
Yeah.
So maybe
again, they got their guy. Who's it? Lagway? Lagway's lighting it up in high school. They think he's the heir apparent.
Are they gonna play a true freshman next year?
Will they have a choice?
Yeah, because they would have played Jalen Rashad.
Because he looked way better. He looked way better game winning.
They would have played Jalen Rashad for sure.
Yeah. So I think
I'm sorry, Kenny, if you're watching and you seeing me laugh. I'm not laughing at your pain, brother. I apologize.
Yeah, it's funny, Kenny, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's funny. Money Graham got declined last night.
Whoa,
he wasn't the worst part of that team, though.
No, he was not. He didn't play. He played, I think, bad early. He got a little bit better as the game went on, but their offensive line is what sank them. That 4th and 1 that they had inside the red zone where they had the false start and then they missed the field goal, killed them. Anyway, we ain't talking about, forget Florida. We'll talk more about that game Sunday. So we'll be back and we'll talk more about this for sure. Wilson Strickland says, facts or not, B Will used to be my boss. Okay, I was like, what?
Facts, my guy Wilson. What is up, man? Hope everything's good out there with you and the wife. And the kid. I forgot the kid. I forgot. Everybody's growing up, changing on me, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. But congrats on the family, man, and good to see you out here.
Yeah. I'm gonna go nah on this one. B Will wasn't nobody's boss. What's up, Wilson, man? Hope you're doing
What's up, Wilson?
Dwayne Young says facts or not, Holden plays a majority of the 4th quarter.
I want to see that. That's what I want to see. Everything going to schedule. We're up 27-0, 27-3 at half. Peyton Thorne sits down. Robbie Ashford, if healthy, comes in, plays a whole 3rd quarter and a little bit, and then Holden gets the rest. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I think, again, because of the oblique situation with Robbie, this increases the probability of this. If we are in a comfortable lead, Holden playing the 4th quarter, I will go facts on this one because I do feel as if we're going to be in position to do that. So facts. Yeah. Next up, we have Eric Montgomery, who says facts or nah, fair weather and one other tight end catch a touchdown pass this game. So 2 tight ends catch at least 1 touchdown pass in this game. Facts or nah? How you feeling on this one?
Nah, I'd like to see Fairweather do it. I want him to see him be a threat. I don't think another tight end necessarily gets a touchdown catch, though. So I would think just Fairweather, not Fairweather +1. So nah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go nah on this one. I think it's unlikely that we have two different tight ends score a touchdown on this. Second team offense comes in. Will a guy like Mike O'Reilly get in there and get a touchdown, or maybe yeah, I'm gonna go nah. I'm gonna go nah on this one.
Yeah.
Next up, Walker Show says, facts or nah, 3 quarterbacks take snaps this game and throw a pass. So we have 3 different quarterbacks in the game, and all 3 of those will throw a pass. How you feeling on this one, B. Will?
Completely depends on Robbie's health. If Robbie Ashford plays, then yes. If they want to preserve him, protect that side, that oblique, then no. It's pretty much straight up of it. We don't know exactly what the status is, so no way to know for absolute certain. But if I got to guess, I'm going to say facts. I think these opportunities are important for Robbie. Even if it's not important that he play for our success in this game, it's important for him to get in, flash his ability, and put that not only in the minds of the opponents that we're going to face to know that he's on deck, but also the minds of the coaches. He's got to show what he's been. Hugh Freeze has been really complimentary of Robbie ever since he named Peyton Thorne the starter. Look, he's been practicing well. He threw the ball really well. I think he needs to get out there to show the coaches and the opponents, hey, I am here. Respect. So I think facts.
Yeah, I'm gonna go nah on this. I think that they're gonna try to save Robbie a little bit, not throw any passes in this game. Again, this is just because I don't know what percentage he is. I haven't talked to Robbie to see how he's feeling. I don't know how much he's going to actually play in this game to preserve himself, but I'm going to go nah and say that we only have 2 quarterbacks throw passes in this game.
Okay.
This just in, super chat from our guy Jazzy, who says, facts or not, Auburn will have over 500 yards of offense. $200 if you get this right. Let's get back to it. So we need to come to a consensus on this. We can't both take either side of this just to get it right. So
facts.
500 yards of offense. I'm going to go facts on this one as well. Yeah, I think that we will have 300 plus rushing and 200 plus passing.
Yeah, facts.
So I'm going to go facts on this one. Auburn, go ahead and get us that $200 super chat for the post game, baby. Let's do it.
So that.
Ben Bloodworth says, facts or nah, one of our running backs has a 50-plus yard run.
Oh, facts.
Yeah, I am going to go facts on this one as well. I think that somebody is going to get loose because I saw quite a bit of when New Mexico State spread it out. Mm-hmm. They had to account for that in some sort of way in the box by bringing a safety down. And if they're going to bring that safety down and we get past that first line and that guy misses a tackle or there's a tackle broken, I'm putting money on one of our guys to get loose and make them pay for that.
Yeah, if our current DBs have been having trouble with our running backs, their DBs are damn sure going to have trouble with our running backs. Their linebackers going to have trouble with our running backs, man. Yeah, they're going to get loose.
All right. Art Thou says, facts or nah, Spectrum pays Disney.
I don't know, man, but listen, it wasn't a good night. My game stayed on. So, all right, so let me tell y'all this. I don't pay for ESPN. I don't pay for cable. My wonderful in-laws pay for cable. They send us the login. We load up, watch ESPN on the app. Haven't paid to watch an ESPN game in years. It's fantastic. Until last night because they have Spectrum. And now ours didn't go out when everybody else's went out. We were watching the game, but the feed on Watch ESPN got really choppy. All right. It started sounding like 1950s radio. It's like, what's going on? I don't like this. Then had to go put the kids down, came back, turned the game back on. Then I got the message. Hey, we're having a dispute with Disney. Sorry about this. So I just watched updates from my phone for the last quarter of the game, which I didn't miss much. But come on, man. How am I supposed to live like this? I'm going to have to pay for YouTube TV. It cost $1 million. I was getting it for free. I don't know the facts or not. I don't know. I just had to tell y'all I was very upset. because
You were
the
not the
stuff I
only one.
wasn't paying for is not working anymore. It's blasphemous. I should be getting this for free.
Yeah, there were
Anyway.
quite a few people who were not happy with Spectrum. I think Spectrum probably had more calls from the Southeast in regard to why am I not able to just turn on a football game? Because listen, man, you knew college football season was coming.
You knew it.
Y'all, they should have had extra people in the call center. The bombardment that they are going to, I feel if you work for Spectrum Charter today and you have to deal with customer complaints, I'm sorry. Between the emails and the phone, I used to work in a call center. I was a call center guy. I worked in call centers for like 7 years of my life. Today is going to be hell. Yeah. And I'm sorry. Yeah. It's not my fault, but I feel empathy for anybody working customer service in whether it's at a store, whether it is, if you're a guy who's doing installations, you might catch a stray from somebody driving through the neighborhood. Like, it's going to be bad for Spectrum employees today. It's going to be bad. Yeah. The call center is probably they are probably in the red. If you work the call center, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all, their phone, they're in the red right now. And the phone lines just opened up an hour ago. They probably already have like 100 calls on wait. Everybody got called off. They probably like canceling PTO. Like, I need you to come in. People quitting their job. It's going to be bad. They're going to be giving discounts.
You know what? I see people in the chat. Y'all are telling me YouTube TV is fantastic. I've heard that, right? Back when PlayStation had a cable service called PlayStation View, and the reason I used it on my PS4 is because you could do multi-stream. I could have a game up here big, a game over here little, and watch 2 games at once. I've seen that on YouTube TV, but I haven't seen it. It's not available on every device. If you use multi-stream through YouTube TV, tell me what device you have. Is it a Fire TV 4K? Can you do the multi-stream on a Fire Stick? Is it an Apple TV device? Let me know what you use and if you use the multi-stream feature, because I'm very interested in that. I haven't seen that used since PlayStation View. I think you call it was the cable thing they had. I would love to get multiple games on TV at the same time. Matter of fact, if we need to hit up YouTube TV, see if they need somebody to blast the message. I would love to, sponsor that.
I've been seeing a lot of Sling TV ads lately, so maybe they need to come holler at us and we'll get them. This is a good time to capitalize on that, right?
It really is.
So, all right, last one. We're going to do this and we're going to get out of here. Daniel Moultrie says, facts or not, fireside chats are the best content on YouTube. This is a big facts.
Big facts.
And if you guys didn't know, Jack Boy Edition Fireside is live right now. So make sure that you guys, as soon as this video ends, go ahead and head over there if you haven't already and go watch the newest Fireside. We had the pleasure of sitting down with Donovan Kaufman, Nehemiah Pritchett, and Zion Puckett. Very good conversation that we had. Get you ready for the football season that is set to kick off in Jordan-Hare tomorrow, the official start of the college football season. So maybe Spectrum can get it together before the real college football starts on Saturday when Auburn takes the field against UMass. That's it, man. We are out of here. We appreciate you guys dropping in. We will be doing this every Friday. Fam Friday is Facts or Not Friday right here on the War Report, taking your questions live, grabbing the questions off of Twitter. Make sure before you get out of here, one more time, props to the folks that make this happen, rogueshop.com. Use code REPORT when you head over there, America's #1 online dispensary. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with somebody else. We will be back at you tomorrow for the first pregame show of the season, previewing Auburn versus UMass. We're going to get into it. We'll see you guys down there on the plains tomorrow, man. As always, War Eagle, we're out of here. Peace.
Peace.